When you get named the nicest place in America, other towns start to take notice. When Columbiana reached that accomplishment 6 years ago, city leaders never would have guessed that other communities from all over the world, in fact, would approach them to ask just how they did it. Well, that's exactly what happened, and Columbiana is more than happy to tell their secrets to success. Matt Stone explains in today's cover story.
It was 2019 when Reader's Digest named Columbiana the nicest place in America. If you ask city leaders how they did it, they'll tell you they got started by listening to their businesses. They began by creating a Dora and held block parties downtown. And they wanted their Main Street area to look and sound inviting.
When you come downtown, you're going to, hear the music and see the lights and engage your senses.
Then there was youth engagement, getting young people involved in downtown projects like murals and green spaces, and it gets them invested in their community.
We've been working with the entrepreneur class out at the high school. They come in, we give them a project in our downtown, kind of a blank slate, if you will, and we say, hey, what would you do to this area so that you would take pride in it and maybe bring your families back to this area.
One of the biggest challenges for any Main Street in any community in Ohio are the vacant storefronts that they have. Now, when they started the process here in Columbiana back in 2019, they had 9. Just a few years later, they were all filled. The city convinced landlords to create pop-up spots in their empty storefronts. Free rent and utilities were offered to small businesses where they could test the market to see if brick and mortar worked for their business. For many, it did.
Give them maybe a 10 by 15 spot all the way down. And we've got 20 people that were interested in doing that. So they brought the businesses that were either online or out of their homes. They came here.
A month later, property owners had paying tenants, and Columbiana had filled storefronts. And since the Reader's Digest designation, local towns have contacted Columbiana for help resurrecting their main streets. Lance Willard has spoken to dozens of communities so far and has even done Zoom calls with 45 mayors from the European nation of Moldova. Girard's mayor came on our new newscast to boast about it a couple weeks ago.
He took 2 hours, went through his whole PowerPoint presentation with me. He said that what I needed to do was start maybe with a focus group. So I did. I put a focus group together of business people, represented from the school, the library. It went over really well, and I'm already getting some feedback. I've got 2 people looking at empty buildings downtown right now.
Now Columbiana has joined 7 local communities with walkable downtowns to offer storefronts to people looking to start a business.
When we're helping other communities, we're learning just as much as they're learning. We're all about the same communities, and we all have the same problems, and maybe they have a solution that we can learn from too.
With today's cover story, I'm Matt Stone.